Good morning and welcome to the T3 Handicapping YouTube channel. I'm Chris from T3 Handicapping, and I'm here to bring you the full card analysis from today, Thursday, December 16th, from the Big A, Aqueduct. If you are looking to get access to our picks, you can get them at our website, t3handicapping.weebly.com. Your first day is free. You just sign up for the one-day trial, and you get all of our tracks for free for a day. After that, it's just $10 for 30 days of access. That gets you access to all of our tracks. Yesterday, we had 5 tracks going. Today, we have another 5 tracks going. So you're more than going to make up your money in terms of the product that we offer. So go to t3handicapping.weebly.com, jump on there. You can see all of our stats from each of our individual tracks, see how we do it at each particular circuit, and use that to help solidify your handicapping decisions. You can also find us here on YouTube as well as on Facebook, T3 Handicapping Horse Racing, and at Twitter at Handicapping T3. So lots of different ways to like and follow. If you go on the Facebook page today, I will be offering up our Big A picks updated for scratches. You'll get to see them today, but I will offer them with at no charge in our Facebook group. So you'll get the full product today from Aqueduct in our Facebook group. Make sure you go over there and like and follow us. If you're new to the channel here as well, make sure you like and subscribe, and that way you'll get access to all of our videos as they become available, especially important when you're looking to play the races that day or the next day. Timeliness is obviously the most important thing. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, like, and subscribe. If you're a returner, welcome back. It's great to have you here. Let's go over today's card from Aqueduct, and I'm going to go over things a little bit differently here. Because we are having a ton of success at Aqueduct. I've talked a little bit about the fact that I like to sort of combine my opinions with what the formula spits out. But one of the things that I'm really finding here is when it comes to Aqueduct, the formula is pretty much taking care of what it needs to on its own. Our top selection, just across the board, our top selection is coming in about 32%. But if you look at our A horses are winning almost 60% of races. Our top 4 win almost 80% of all races, and it does help that it's been mostly focused on the winter meet, which is dirt heavy. Our picks tend to work really, really well in dirt racing. Our top plays are also winning at about a 50% clip, and that's not even looking at how often they hit the board. So what I've got here is I've just got the first sheet that you would see when you get our Aqueduct selections. You can see this is the more detailed view, and that's down below. You have access to all of it when you become a member. But here you can see just sort of our pick sheet, and what I did is I just went ahead right away and I bracketed off the top 4. When I have a track that that I'm playing as well, or that the formula is playing as well as Aqueduct, a lot of times I'll just lean on what the formula is saying. I do have my personal handicapping over here. A lot of times I'm just doing some quick look-throughs. I like to use Brisnet past performances for this. So I'll look for things like class drops, cutbacks, first-time Lasix, first-time blinkers, those types of angles that may suggest something that didn't show up on the data. Maybe a horse is going to show significant improvement. I do also like to use some of their race summary stuff that they have in their ultimate past performances. I think that can be helpful to understanding sort of pace scenario and how horses are running against the par in recent starts. So those are just some things that I like to look at in terms of my own handicapping. And what I will often do is I will use these numbers in combination with this. So like in this case, you can see we both have the 4 and the 7 as A's. So a lot of times I'll make those my A's and I'll make the 3 and the 5 my B's, just because we don't necessarily both agree that those are B horses. But again, I'm going to rely heavily on the formula because of how well it's doing. If I were playing Tampa Bay Downs, I might rely a little bit more heavy on my handicapping because that track tends to have some more fluky outcomes, I think. So one of the things that I have really found a lot of success with lately, both at Mahoning Valley, again, all dirt, and Aqueduct, is playing the doubles. There's great value actually in those double pools. And so what I've been looking at is I've mostly just been playing sort of weighted doubles. So if it's an A into an A, I'll play that one for $4 or $5. If it's a B into an A, I'll play it for $2 or $3. I'm a smaller bankroll player. That's just the way it is. But certainly you could scale that up to fit your budget. But what I've found is, especially when you have a track that's going as well as this, it's actually quite profitable to go that route. Almost every day I'm at least breaking even, and then there's days I have big scores. There's days I'm down a little bit. But overall, it's well up for the meet. So, looking through this, in this situation here, I'll just kind of run you through sort of how I would play these using what I have. So, in this first race, I would probably play doubles. I would use probably the 4 and 7 as my top selections. Let's switch to a different color here so we can see this. So in this race, I like the 7 and the 4. So this is a little different way of using our product to help make your handicapping decisions. And we both like the 3 and 6. So I'm going to use that one into the 3-6. And that's going to be sort of my A on A. But I would also probably use, you can see the 2 is close. And I might use that as well as sort of a B selection. So I think then I would also come back and I would play this for less into both the 1 and the 2. And then I would also come back and make sure that I also played these two. Again, in this situation, I'm going to trust these numbers a little bit because our A horses have done so well and our top 4 have done so well. So I'm going to go ahead and just play a 3-5 into a 3-6. And I would weight those doubles. Now, I will occasionally play B on B, but that's only if it's paying out $50 on one, or if you're at a $2 minimum track, $100 on two. So I would probably play these combinations. You've got your all A, which would be the heaviest, A's with B's, B's with A's. Moving on to race number 2, I mean, we already kind of have an idea for the structure. So I would definitely want to play 3-6. And I would actually just use the 8 as my lone A horse there. So I'd go 3-6 with 8, and then I would come back and I would roll probably the 1-2 with 8 as sort of my B into A, and then for my A into B, I would roll 3-6 into, I'm just going to go with the 2 and the 6. I'm not going to use the 1 there. Just something like that. So again, I'm still using a little bit of my own ideas to put in there. Strong point here, we've got a top selection. And so I'm going to go 8 into 2-4-5. And that actually is confirmed by what my handicapping was. And so I'm not going to worry about using the 1 in this situation. I'm just going to go 8 into 2-4-5. And then I'll go 2-6 into 2-4-5. And some of these combinations may get eliminated depending on like the will pays and things like that. But again, these first combinations are going to be weighted the heaviest. Whoops. The first ones are going to be weighted the heaviest, with these farther ones weighted a little bit more conservatively. In the next race, we said we're using 2-4-5 exclusively, so I'm not going to have any B line on this one. I'm going to have to be all in there. Now, this one we were really divergent. I had 2, 1, and 10. I went back and looked. This is not a race where I would expect this to happen. I would normally expect this divergence to be in like a maiden race. It's a claiming 16 non-2. So it's a situation where I'm going to kind of trust. My formula has been pretty good, but I'm going to kind of use a hybrid model. So I'm going to use all A's. And then I'm just going to take their top 4. So I'll go 8, 7, 10, and 11. That's going to be an expensive little ticket there for those. But I do also like the 1 and the 2. And so I would probably play a lesser ticket than here on the 2-4-5 with the 1 and the 2 if the price makes sense. So I'm kind of giving my opinions a little bit of a shorter shrift when it comes to this. When I see a race that's that wide open, I'm going to come back and I'm basically going to just probably not use this at all. I would probably just skip this race because I'm just going to have too much coverage, and if I'm not right anywhere here, it's going to be a problem. But if I were to just play this one straight up, I would use the 7, 8, and 11 as my A's, and I would pair those. And this is where it's kind of an interesting thing. we both have the 1 as our top selection. So I might come back and just play this and just do then like my 1, 2, and 10 with the 1 and just keep it a little cheaper that way. I don't know if I would, but that's something I'm looking at here. Even though I have 1, 7, and 4, and they have 1, 6, 10, and 2, I mean, I wrote the formula. So, but because the two formulas are a little bit different here, I just really think Roman Empire is the way to go. I'm going to play the 1 into the 1 slash 1A. I shouldn't use a slash because that denotes a different leg. So we'll go 1, 1A, and then I would maybe come back with a 1, um, sort of 3, 6, 4, 2. I feel really good about the 1, so making sure that I have everything covered there and making sure that I can hit that again, assuming the price is correct. Those would kind of be my major plays. In here, I don't have a top selection, but you can see the horse that it's mostly competing with is the 1 in the 1A. If I were to go down and look at race number 7 on our dashboard here, you can see that these two horses are well clear. They're 12 points clear of the 3. So to me, that's sort of a hidden top play. It's not listed, but to me, it still looks that way. So I'm going to go with the 1. I'm just going to call it the 1 entry. And I like the 6. The 6 is nowhere on here. I'm going to just trust the formula on this one and just go 9, 10, 11. I'm not going to play into the C here. I don't think I need it. I think I should be able to get out with those 3 and be good to go. So this is a really quick way to put together doubles. I did a quick skim and scan of the past performances myself. Gave me an opportunity to have a little bit of an opinion on these different things. I may throw in a horse or take a horse out. Again, I may add some of these B on B opinions. So, like maybe in this situation, I might go with like a 3-6, a 3-5, 2-6. I might include that in there if I'm feeling particularly confident with how this 1-2 here. If I see that a 1-2 into the sorry, a 3-5 into the 1-2, if I'm seeing that that's paying out $150 on a double, I'll probably put that in too, just because it's profitable. And yesterday at Mahoning Valley, that was a key to a successful day, because there were a bunch of massive doubles that were on our sheet. But you would have had to play that extra little piece to catch that value. So that's kind of how I see the card. Again, I try and give you creative ways to use our product to make the most of it. Again, if you want access to these picks updated after scratches, please go over to our Facebook page and give us a like and a follow. And once scratches come out, you'll be able to get access to all that information. So if you're looking to play Aqueduct, Remington Park tonight, we had a great day yesterday when we premiered our Remington Park picks. We've got Turf Paradise, Gulfstream, and Fairgrounds all on the website for today. Your first day as a member is free, so head over to our website and go sign up for your first day free. And then, like I said, just $10 for 30 days after that. A real steal, if you ask me. So with that, good luck on this Thursday card from Aqueduct or wherever you may be playing. Cash those tickets.